Hey there traders, and welcome back for episode number 151 from the Stock Bandit. Hope you're having a great weekend and you're getting ready for a brand new week of trading. So let's take a look at the indices here. We know that's what's going to impact and influence how individual stocks move in the days and weeks ahead, and it's important as always to stop and take a good look at the indices and kind of eyeball some key levels and some resistance and support zones to be watching in the days ahead. So obviously last week was an important week. The indices had rallied big off the August lows, and they had seen just an incredible pace of an ascent throughout the majority of September, but then in the last couple of weeks, things had really leveled off here, and we had really seen the market action really quiet down. It had kind of settled into this choppy trading range, and we were respecting this 2400 resistance area after filling this gap right here from May. Well, last week we did push right on through that 2400 level with a nice solid run, going out at the highs of the week for the NASDAQ on good strong volume as well. And we now have not only exceeded the mid-May bounce high, but also this breakdown area from early May, which was at 2450. So we went out at 2468 and change, and we're now up into this congestion zone from the springtime, which extends from 2450 all the way up to the highs at 2535. Now keep in mind, we're just 2 more days like Friday away from those highs at this point. So it sure would not be surprising to see this index take out the highs, possibly even before a correction kicks in. Now at this point we have yet to see a pullback. The only type of correction that we've seen recently has just kind of been a slowing pace of the advance. So we really have yet to see any pullback since August. So September, October, we just continue to run higher throughout this historically weak time of year. So we're really bucking the trend, and it's really keeping traders on their toes at this point. For the S&P 500, this index twice last week briefly cleared the 1180 level, which is where it broke down from back in the springtime. We cleared it intraday on Wednesday and on Friday, but on neither occasion did we see the S&P close above 1180. So it's still respecting that area for now, but here again, the trend is still up. We ran sharply higher through the majority of September, settled into this trading range here, and then we've now pushed on higher. So the S&P is still in very good health here. It's got this congestion area from 1180 that extends all the way up to the spring highs, which are up here at 1219. So pretty big congestion area that we're very close to entering here. And if we can close above 1180, then this index has room to run up to this 1219 area or higher. And this index is certainly not extended by any stretch. It's just kind of maintaining this gradual grind, kind of channel-like move to the upside. For the Russell, the small cap index is still acting very well, still grinding higher within this channel right here. Last week we saw Thursday and Friday just very brief shallow declines here Thursday and Friday, as basically the Russell is starting to move sideways, but this channel will continue to rise. So as price moves sideways, it is naturally correcting within the channel and then is free to move higher once again. Now we could see that take place in the days ahead. If we do see the Russell turn higher, I'm expecting it to come back up here and challenge kind of this breakdown area below the late April support area, which also coincides with this mid-May bounce high around 719. So that's the level I'm watching there. And for the Dow, this index is now back through the 11,000 area. It's up here playing around in this congestion zone from the spring that extends from this breakdown area right in here, which was right there about 10,965, and then it extends all the way back up here to the highs at 11,258. So we're now less than 200 points from the spring highs for the Dow, and here again this thing is just kind of grinding its way higher, just kind of channeling upward over the past several weeks, maintaining the pace of its current uptrend. So until that changes, there's certainly no need to be trying to short this market or try and call a top. There's a lot of people out there right now who recognize it's been quite some time since this market has corrected, and they're trying to step out and make bold predictions for sudden changes of character for this market. Don't buy into that. Don't look to predict anything that's going to take place. Simply stay on your toes, study the price action, recognize when things are beginning to change. But right now, the trend is still up, and that's something that you and I as traders have got to recognize and respect. Thanks again for joining me for this video. I will be back soon with more videos, but in the meantime, trade like a bandit.